may feel like ancient history, but it turns out some federal workers are taking action suing the government despite getting back pay. So far, there are just 5 who have joined this collective action lawsuit, which is different than a class action lawsuit because plaintiffs must opt in and file the appropriate paperwork. But their attorney says many more will likely join them. 5 federal workers employed by the Bureau of Prisons in cities across the country have joined a collective action lawsuit against the government. Deemed essential, they worked throughout the 16-day shutdown, but they were not paid in full until the shutdown ended.
Inmates knew we were not getting paid, and they were taunting us. Why are you going to respond when you're not getting paid? Ha, ha, ha. Which added to the stress level and the morale, dealing with murderers, terrorists, rapists. The worst of the worst.
Even though they got back pay, their attorney says that late payment violates the 1938 Fair Labor Standards Act, and they're now owed damages.
With my family, me and my spouse work for the Bureau, which means that anytime there's a shutdown, neither of us are getting paid. But yet, our debtors don't care.
Martina Copeland, who protested against the shutdown outside her job at the Jessup Federal Prison near Savannah, Georgia, says her family struggled to buy groceries, make mortgage payments, and manage credit card debt. She was even turned away from a doctor's appointment because she could not afford the co-payment.
I'm still incurring costs due to the shutdown because of interest payments, deferments.
But is this a catch-22? Except for members of the military, legally no federal workers could get paid during the shutdown, but their attorney says it's not the employee's problem that Congress did not pass a continuing resolution keeping the government open.
That does not obviate it from its requirement to follow the FLSA. It's just like any other private employer in the country. If for some reason the owners of a business are bickering and can't get the checks out on time, that's an FLSA violation, and it's the same thing here with the government.
Their attorney says there are 1.3 million possible plaintiffs, those deemed essential who worked during the shutdown but did not get paid on time in full. They say hundreds of other possible plaintiffs have already reached out to them. So far, there's been no response from the Department of Justice to their lawsuit or our request for comment.